Hi, I'm Pam from MMA Crafts. I'm excited to kick off my kitchen cabinet series today. The demo is starting soon, so I want to stay ahead of schedule. The series will be broken into several parts, and in part one, I'll be building a cabinet to house my oven and microwave. I chose this project first because it will fit into the corner of my kitchen, and then from there I'll build other cabinets to take it all the way to the end of the wall. The design includes a drawer at the bottom, the oven, the microwave, and then a cabinet at the top. I always begin by drawing detailed plans of how I'm going to build this, the measurements that are needed to uh, to to fulfill the installation requirements. Normally, I would then purchase the material, but I've already made a pretty large initial purchase to try to build as many of the cabinets as I can. Now, here's a look at my plans that I drew up. The cabinet will be 94 inches tall, 32 inches wide, and a standard 24 inches in depth. So the only thing I have left to say is let's get started. Just to catch you up on what I've done, I have marked the 3/4 inch routers in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places, and this is going to be the ones that are going to be put into the sides. And now I have marked for the actual router itself so that when it goes to cut it out, it does the 3/4 inch and it's on the right path and the right line. So that's what I'm going to do next. And I'm going to make at least probably just 3 passes to get it down to that 1/4 inch. That's probably the best way to do it. If you try to do 1/4 inch at all at one time, you can burn up your bit, and it's just not a good idea. So I'm going to start with 1 pass, and I'm going to do 1 pass in 3 areas because that's what I have, and then go back and do it 2 more times. I got a late start today, but I'm able to cut out 1, 2, 3, 5 of the 3/4 inch with the dado, and now I can go to the next step. But I'm going to call it a day. Like I said, this was a short day, so I didn't really get to finish it all, but I got to a point where I feel pretty good about stopping. So stay tuned. Let's go ahead and cut this board to have at least 4 of the shelves. And we're going to cut them at 24. That gives us a little bit of room to cut a little bit more when we need it. And also it makes it easier for me to manage if I cut them down to 24 by 48. So I guess the main reason why I went ahead and cut the shelves is because I actually had help picking up the plywood and put it on top of this. So I try to get the help when I can. So now I'm going to go ahead and go back to the sides, and I'm going to cut out the toe kick. The plan now is to go ahead and use the router to cut out the holes for the backs and for the top shelf and the bottom pull-out drawer. I'm going to cut 1/4 of an inch, but I want it to go in about 3/4 of an inch to allow for the sketchers in the back. And that's going to make a little different cut in the ovens, in the microwave and the oven. I'm going to cut a rabbet on the end of those so that 1/4 of an inch back panel can just sit right up in there. So let's get going. This is one of the side panels, and as you can see, I've already cut out all of the 3/4 inch for the shelving. I've cut out the rabbet 1/4 inch in the back, and another 1/4 inch for the in front that goes actually in front of the Skechers. And I've drilled pilot holes so I know where to put my screws in or my nails. And I think we're about ready to assemble. Now that the glue has dried, I've turned it on its side, and I'm going to put the Skechers in. I've got 3 to put in. I'm going to put one at the top and then one also at the top for the cabinet itself. And then I'm going to put one at the very bottom where the drawer is going to go. So that's our next step. Another thing I thought about mentioning is these Skechers, because we have shelves in here, it's not necessarily going to hold it together. It's mainly so that they'll have something to attach it to the wall. So again, it's not really support, even though, you know, if you didn't have all these shelves, you'd need it, but don't really need it. I just need it so they can attach it. So I need a couple of clamps here, otherwise it's gonna move on me. Missing the foot. I didn't pay a ton for these clips, so it's not surprising that the little feet come off. It would help to have the right bit on here too, instead of a drill. Okay, now I think we're ready. I think before I stand it up, the bottom panel, my 1/4 inch for the back, I'm probably going to have to put that in first, because once it stands up, I won't be able to do that. And then, but I'll go ahead and then stand it up, and then I'll do the back panel for the top. And then the back panel for the actual oven and microwave oven, it can be done once it's standing up. So I'm going to go and do the back for this now. catch you up to speed as to where we are, I've stood the cabinet up, I put backs on the cabinet, and I've added the support braces for the oven at the bottom, the microwave on this shelf. And now what's left really is to do the face frame. But until it gets into the house and I add the other two cabinets, one on each, well, not really one on each side. This side will have like a brace just to keep it off the wall about 3 inches. And then this side will be another cabinet. But for now, this is pretty much as far as I can go without putting on the face front. And to be honest, it makes more sense to do that inside the house where it's going to reside. So that's kind of it for the cabinet for today. And I'm probably just going to go ahead and stop it at this point and go to the next one. But just remember, make it mech right.